ハナタイムズ。
この動画には、こちらの要素が含まれています。ご理解の上、視聴してくださいな。こんにちは、花です。前回、ナンパ船の遺跡に行って、プレイヤーが疲れ果てた後から続き、溜まったスキルポイント1は、組み立てステーションで作ったアイテムが高品質になるかもなスキルで、それから、チーホンさんやペンさんからの依頼品を届けたら、プレイヤーレベルが35まで上がりました。ペンさんからはよく料理の依頼が出てますね。さて、前回手紙が届いてたので、アンスールの家へ行ってみましょう。何があったのアンスール。
Hello. Sorry about the mess. It wasn't like this when I left this morning.
アンスールが家にいない
So
間に
yeah,
こんなことに。
as you can see, there are rocks all over the place. Someone's been moving them around.
家に誰か
I
入って
guess.
きたってこと？
Well, I know you only had a chance to look around for like 10 seconds, but who do you think could have done this?
泥棒っていうか、侵入者でもいたのかな？いやでもここサンドロックだしな。キャプテンって賢いから、アンスールの石に何かするとは思えない。でも石が自然に転げ落ちるとか、今までなかったのに急に？アンスールが大切にしてる石をそんな風に言って大丈夫なのかな？泥棒だってなってジャスティスさんにもこの状況を話すことになったら、なんか面倒なことになったりしない？
Captain? No. He swore an oath to protect and serve. Yeah, he does come by sometimes, but he's not like other cats who jump up on your table and knock stuff over. Only way he'd ever do that is if there was a criminal on your table.
ってことで色々考えてキャプテンにしてみたけど案の定違うそうです。これ全部選ぶやつかな。じゃあ泥棒で。
Dang. Wow. Yeah, maybe a thief came in and ransacked my house, but didn't realize there was nothing of value to steal and just left. How embarrassing for both of us. It'll be so awkward if we put him in jail and have to see him at work.
取られたものはないんだね。じゃあ石が転がり落ちたのが正解なの
If that's the bookcase, I only have my shelf to blame. Actually, it's none of the above. I ran out of space on my rock shelf, so I've just been placing my new ones in random places, starting to look like one of those old people houses we go to investigate when no one's heard from the old people in a long time.
選択肢に答え入れないって何？
Sorry. Got too real there for a sec. Usually with them, it's stacks and stacks of newspapers anyway, not rocks. So yeah, I need your help. I need a new rock shelf. You know, rectangular wooden object with a series of shelves that stack horizontally so as to store and display rocks. Rock shelf. Can you help me build one?
石だな。作ったことはないけど、図面があればなんとかなるかも。ああ、本棚でいいの？
Well, yeah. I mean, kind of like a bookshelf, but for storing rocks. I probably won't be putting any books on this thing. Oh, unless it's a book about
だ
rocks.
から呼び方は石棚なのね。
You know what? Let's not rule that out. Do you think you could make me a rectangular wooden object with a series of shelves that stack horizontally that is capable of storing and displaying not only rocks, but potentially, if need be, books as well?
はいよ。アンスールが求める棚ね。了解。
Whew, nice. Thought I might be asking too much of you. Thanks a million. Just go ahead and stick it over there on the wall when it's done. Then I'll come home and be like, oh man, new rock case.
真面目だね。
Thanks. In addition to accepting my task, you've also given me a lot to think about. Well, see ya.
またね。
I discovered that one out of every Catch you later.
石を置く棚を頼まれた後、マシンに溜まる砂が気になってたので敷地拡張。さよなら1万ゴル。レベル6には2万ゴルが必要になるんだそうです。アンスールに頼まれてた本棚は、ストックがあったのですぐ設置。
Hey, I was at work and I heard someone come in because my house is next door, and I'm glad it's you and not someone else.
ああそういえばアンスールの職場はすぐそこだったね。
Whoa.
どう？
You really pulled all the stops out on this one. Books, rocks, heck, you could just put about anything in there.
気に入ってくれたならよか
Let
っ
me just
た。
collect all my rocks here, and we can take this bad boy for a test display. cool. Say, do you want to stick around for a bit? I mean, maybe you could help me decide which rocks to put where.
まあアンスールがいいなら手伝うよ。
Alright, cool. Let me just put on some tunes to set the mood. So, the short of it is, I like to organize the rocks into 3 categories. High, mid, and low tier.
みんな推しの石
The
なんじ
mid
ゃない
tier
んだ。
represents the one I think are alright, and definitely deserve a seat at the table, or a rock shelf. And low tier, well, those rocks I'm not a super fan of, but I'm sure other people like.
他の人が好きそうな石もあるの？
Let's start with the top.
はい。
First we got onyx, painite, zinc, and then this one. I don't know what it is. Onyx is dark and mysterious. It's pretty shiny, reflects light, makes you kind of wonder about the universe. Next is painite. Despite the name, it's really got nothing to do with pain. It's just a nice red rock. I've only ever found one before. She said it's super rare, maybe the only one in the world. So I guess you could say this rock is unique. Then there's zinc. Zinc is really useful. It's found in the wirings of our telegraphs, street lamp posts. Why, even the firing pin in our Civil Corps pistols are made of zinc. I'd hate to live in a world without zinc. Last but not least is this one. I had some stuff to say about the other ones, but not this one. Oh well. Ready to choose your favorite? And hey, in case you didn't think the stakes were high enough, despite it already being high tier,
責任重大すぎでは？
why don't we also choose the rock that makes us think of each other? I'll go first. I choose painite, because it's the best rock, and you're the best rock.
あ、それでハート選択肢の流れですか。攻略するんだったら選んでみたかったんだけど、結構悩みましたが、
You
結
seem
局
pretty
一番上
situated,
にしまし
but
た。
yeah, you're welcome. Okay, now you go.
ここはもうよくわからないので、謎のミキスで。
You think I'm as mysterious as Onyx? I don't know. I'm an open book. Ask me anything. Heck, I'll give you better responses than a book ever could. Books can't talk.
アンスールって独特だな。
Nice. They look good up here. High and mighty, wondering what the peasant rocks are up to. Sorry, that was out of line. All rocks are great.
どの石も素敵ということで。
Next is mid-tier. We have sulfur, selenite, and coal.
困ったな。何もわからん。
Sulfur is toxic. I just like the way it looks. It's slightly toxic to touch, but definitely don't lick this one. It would make you pretty sick. Well, Captain licked it once and got sick. Guess it hasn't been tested on humans yet. I just wouldn't.
結構怖い話してま
Next is
せんかこれ。
selenite. Some people call it selenite rose. Couldn't really recommend licking it either. I mean, maybe once or twice is fine. It's pretty much just salt. It'll dissolve if you lick it too much. Then you've got nothing. Except maybe a tummy ache.
経験者は語る？ああそうか、石の素晴らしさを語ろうとしてるんだ。本当にプレイヤーと仲良くなりたいんですね。でも一番上で。
Even if something isn't toxic, it's a good idea to wash it before you lick it. Probably ask first too. Yeah, that's just kind of a good rule for life. If you're ever thinking about licking anything, always ask for permission.
そうする。
Last, but again, not least, is coal. I place coal in the mid-tier because I just kind of like it. I mean, it is kind of an ugly chunk of gunk, only good for being used up, and then when it is, it harms the environment. But on the plus side, it's coal. I'm all picked out, I think. You're gonna have to fly solo from here on out, I think. Which one makes you think of me?
いやー難しいってこれ。よくわからないのでなんとなくでしょっぱいセレナイトにしました。
Ah, yes, salt. Nature's candy. I'm honored that you would even think to associate me with one of the world's most diligent and memorable condiments. Maybe one day I can work my way up to ketchup, the deputy of condiments. Alright, whew. Finally, we're about ready to wrap things up with low tier. Last and least. Need a minute? Or are you ready?
ハート選択肢、選ぶに選べなくてごめんねアンスール。これも一番上にしました。
Yeah, well, it's pretty much all I do. You'd know a lot about rocks too, if you were me. Alright, final tier. These are what a lot of what people call regular rocks. Granite, sandstone, marble. Some of them have bits of quartz in them that sparkle in the sunlight. Some of them are quartz. When it comes to squeaking into bottom tier, the main thing I look for here is hustle. What shape is the rock? Does it look like it's a hard worker? Does it look like it started from the bottom and now it's trying to get into the bottom tier? This piece of granite to me looks like a fluffy cloud. The fact that such a hard, sturdy piece of rock could be so fluffy and cute makes me think I can be whatever I want to be.
石の世界は奥が深い。
This sandstone, the fact that it's called a sandstone and not a sandrock, despite its location, I can't help but admire its rebellious spirit. This quartz, there are many others like it, but this one's mine. It's the most common crystal in the world. Tuh, if you don't count feldspar.
今頃写真来た。
In some places, it's see-through. In other places, it's milky and not so see-through. Is it hiding secrets? Is it transparent about other things? When light passes through, it creates a rainbow. Even though it's common, its shape is unique, the same way every snowflake is unique. And when it wants to, it can create an amazing display of color. Well, like just about any crystal, really. That's why quartz is bottom tier. So now I ask, which of these do you think represents us? Sorry, I keep changing the rules of this game and stuff. I kinda just made it up on the spot. Need to work out the bugs. So yeah, which one is us?
恋愛イベントの会話は気になるけど、もうどうしようもないな。とか言って、選ぶのが多くてちょっと投げやりになってたプレイヤー。
Yeah, in a weird way, I think it is. Wow, there you have it. That took a lot longer than I expected, but the results speak for themselves. This is probably the best display I've ever seen. Thanks for helping me. Feel free to come and check out the rocks anytime. Doors always open. See ya.
はい、またね。
圧縮された永遠とも思える時間の中で岩について実行したことで、岩の一族としての地位が高まり、タフネスが一増化しました。
何ですか岩の一族って。石の話を聞いて混乱したので、デートで応援を補給して、その後は、ナンパ船の遺跡で見つけた船長の日誌を確認してました。結構ちゃんとしてたので、中身が気になる方は、一時停止もご活用ください。どんどん状況がまずくなっていってますね。旧暦279年から始まった日誌がもう旧暦300年。自分の式が近いと感じてても記録を残しに来るってものすごいですね。ゲーム画面に映すものだからそうなったんでしょうが、席の音まで書いてあるのが細かくて好きです。場面を想像しやすくなる感じ。他には、恋人に宛てた手紙なんかもあったので、このマイタイムシリーズは、本当に作り込まれているんだなぁと。そりゃ第3弾も出るわ、という気持ちでいっぱいでした。キーグラーの訓練記録とか、もはやちょっと怖かったですよ。そして、ボクサーのカンガルーの発生源が、前回のナンパ戦だということも分かってしまいました。キーグル社のリーフレットも一応写しておきますね。キーグル社にキーグラーってそういう。就寝前にあれこれ読んでからの翌日。読み込みが長いと思ったら、朝からお客様でした。
How are you?
おはようございます、もうとおじいちゃん。
I just wanted to thank you again for helping me find those photos. Losing them made me realize those memories are everything to me.
それでわざわざうちまでありがとうね。
Now, my new album is nearly half full. I can't help but wonder, will we really find them all?
見つかるでしょう、多分。
There was also a letter tucked away in the old one. Never mind about that. If you see any more of those photos, please do let me know.
手紙のことも気にしとくね。
Well, I'm sure you're very busy. My, your workshop is flourishing. This generation, you really
プレ
are
イヤーのことも
something.
気にしてくれてるの嬉しい。
I think there's only one photo left, but you've done
あと
enough.
1枚なの。
Really, because of you, I've been able to see my life slowly flash before my eyes. Few have had such an opportunity.
喜んでくれてるならよかったけど。お、チェックマークが出てるってことは写真渡せそうですね。
Ah,
あれ？この写真前も出なかった？遊んだのが前すぎて記憶が混ざってるだけ。
this photo was taken not that long ago.
メイソンさんは若く見えますけど、確かにそうか
Mason
も。
built that water tower by the oasis. Look at how tired he is in this photo. Must have been a lot of work. People were discouraged back then. It's fortunate that Matilda and Miguel came around to inspire a bit of hope.
マチルダさんとミゲルさんが来てからの一枚なんですね。
Not only did they inspire us, but they got behind projects that promoted the conservation of nature and water. What's that phrase they're always spouting? In any case, they made sure we always had enough to drink.
水を大切に、のことかな？
But the desert is still growing, and soon everything will have dried up, though I may not live to see it. People are leaving Sandrock again. Only old fools like me are stubborn enough to stay.
そんな悲しそうにしないで。
Young one, thank you for bringing this to me. It feels good to share these old stories with someone who will hear them. Please stop by if you find any more of my photos.
最後の一枚ってわけじゃなかった？そのうち手紙も見かけるのかな？ということで、ちょっとナンパ船で見つけた日誌が重かったですが、進行中のミッションをチラ見したら、今度はポストチェック。ザッカーさんから2通来てる。何でもいいから早くモイスチャーファームに来いだそうです。画期的な新種のブヨブヨ。で、2通目はというと、ニアちゃんからもらったラズベリーが育ったそうで、そのお裾分けだとか。通年で育てられるの助かる。それではさっさとモイスチャーファームへ。ザッカーさん来たよ。
Director Chi, why are you here?
チーホンさんも呼ばれたの？
Why am I here? Zeke was faced with this very, very provocative problem, and I couldn't let my dear old pal monopolize the merriment, so I...
へえ、そういう情報ちゃんと回ってくるんだ。
She ran out of food, so he came over to the farm while I was unloading the parts. After that, well, he's still here.
ああ、なるほどね。
Now, you say potato, I say solanum tuberosum. No reason to dwell on the useless details. Point is, we've solved your problem, Mayor. Maybe.
多分。
My problem?
We?
Yes, desertification isn't exactly a problem unique to Sandrock. They had the same problem back in the old world, where overpopulation and climate change destroyed much of the biocrust. They overcame it by regenerating the biocrust at an abbreviated
バイオ
rate.
クラストの再生速度を簡略化？
He's talking about the topsoil. Normally, it takes decades or more for the topsoil to reform under even
農
the
用
most
にも口
ideal
を作る方
conditions.
法の話？
That's why all of our soil experiments have failed so far, Trudy. Our soil couldn't stabilize fast enough before being blown away by the
こ
wind.
の辺の環境じゃ。
And that's where science comes in. This machine you guys found, it's fascinating. I don't know why it was an ant ship, but it grows a solution of green algae and cyanobacteria. Zeke triple-checked the liquid samples he scraped off the parts.
ナンパ船の遺跡探索頑張ってよかった。
You pump some of that nutrient juice onto the sand, and it'll grow a new biocrust before you can say geomorphological.
そうなの？
How can you be so sure? How do you even know that this machine made this algae soup?
I'm impressed you're following. I read about it in Zeke's book. There are pictures. It all matches.
I knew about this machine as well as the type of method, but I didn't know the formula or the logic. So all I could do was take educated guesses that didn't really
チ
work.
ーホンさんが自発的に協力してくれたおか
And
げ。
before anyone thanks us, we have already designed a diagram for this hydroponic incubator that'll function similarly. Maybe.
めっちゃ能動的。
Trudy, this might be our best shot. Frankly, if this doesn't work, we might as well give up. The desert wins. We've just about tried everything.
図面ください図面。
Let's do it. We've got nothing to lose. Builders, I hereby officially commission you to help us make 2 hydroponic incubators.
はいはい。
This is exciting!
作りますけど、バイオクラストについてはさっぱりです。でもまあいっか、細かいことはね。
I'm counting on you two. When you're done with the machine, help us install it here at the moisture farm.
もちろんです。 探索後メインストーリー進むの早かったですね。それでは、今回はこの辺で。
I want to know how you can maintain such consistent levels of energy. What's your secret? Are Fang and his machinations behind this somehow? It's the bird, isn't it?
重い日誌だけで終わらなくて
See you later.
次回へ続く。
See you around.
応援って、思ってたより年上設定だったみたいですね。